Welcome to Letting Go University. Please join us for many more of these sessions for free at the link in the description. And if you haven't already, you might pick up Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender by Dr. David R Hawkins or The Sedona Method by Hale Dwoskin to dive deeper into the practice of letting go. Do we really want to let go, though? I mean, what's going to happen if we let go? Do I really want things to be different? If I really wanted things to be different, wouldn't I start making different choices? Having different thoughts, letting go of some of these feelings? Very rarely do people actually have a goal that they're going for, but there's a lot of unconscious kind of wants. So I want my relationship to be different, or I want my financial situation to be different, or I don't want to be so depressed all the time. And there's these subtle wants, but very rarely do people pick a goal, make a choice of what they're going for. So most of the time what's happening is, well, it seems like I'd like this, and that's a lot of work. It's always been like this. It's always going to be the same. Or I could have something traumatic from my past that I've been carrying along with me, and I say I want to be free of this trauma, but I'm unwilling to let go of it. I've become identified with these things that happened in the past. I've become identified with the wants. If I'm identified with a wanting of more money, then that's who I am. I just always want more money. Or if I'm identified with being broke, I'm just identified as being broke. And so if I let go of that, it seems like a loss. It seems like I'm losing me. Now, so do you really want it to be different? Or do you really want it to be the same? For this release, we're just going to look at both sides of that and just release the feelings behind some of these programs we've been running. What's happening in your life right now is the culmination of all the decisions you've made up to this point. For something to be different, it's time to make a different decision. Are you ready to make a different decision? Are you really ready? Well, with God's help, Gloria in excelsis Deo, all glory to God in the highest, with the grace that is available to us, well, then maybe that's possible, because the ego is very unlikely to, I don't think it's going to let go of itself. I think it's quite happy running the same patterns again and again. Ego being synonymous with karma. Let's just do this again. Let's just do this again. Let's just do this again until we make the choice to let go. So for this release, let's take something that supposedly we want to be different. It's a nice idea. I'm supposed to say, I want my financial situation to be different, or my physical body's appearance, my weight to be different. You know, what's something that you've been wanting to be different? Now, that might require some change. That might require some different decisions. Doing things differently. So is there any not wanting to be different, not wanting to make different decisions, not wanting to change? Any wanting it to be the same? And could you notice any feeling that's coming up for you? Be with the sensation of the feeling. Could be fear of change, fear of the unknown, fear of effort or work, wanting things to be the same. Whatever that feels like, behind all the thinkingness that's going on, could you drop into the feeling behind all those thoughts, the feeling behind all those past decisions, the feeling behind not changing, not making different decisions. Could you allow that feeling to be there? Just let the feeling be there. Let it be there. Stay with it. Feel that feeling just for now. And could you just sit with that feeling? The feeling's going to go all on its own when it's not resisted. Could you let go of making it a good or a bad feeling and let it be just a feeling? Just a feeling. And remember, the ego might not want to let this go. Could you surrender the experience of this feeling to divine grace? Just experiencing it, feeling it, ignoring the thoughts. And it's just a choice. Would you surrender this experience of this feeling to divine grace? And then maybe it goes, maybe it doesn't. That's surrender. So that feeling is going as long as we're open, ignoring the thoughts, just feeling the feeling, surrendering. It is going. And we've been in patterns for a long time. That's called karma. That's called the ego. The same thing again and again and again. So you can keep that feeling running because there could be plenty of it. If in the case of fear, lots of fear. The case of desire or wanting, lots of desire or wanting. So just giving it a chance to go through surrender. And so it seems like I want this to be different. At least that's what I'm supposed to say. But that might mean changing some of the decisions that I make, some of my habits, some of my patterns. I want my relationship to be different, but I won't leave the relationship. Or I won't start being nicer to this person. And so notice anything that's coming up for you, if actually there's some wanting it to be the same. Could you notice what comes up for you with even the idea of making different decisions, not doing things the same way again and again? Some different thoughts, maybe switching up some beliefs, or letting go of this feeling. If we've been identified with these thoughts, these beliefs and these feelings, it may seem like a loss. Could you notice any feeling that comes up for you, considering changing, considering it being different? Oftentimes there's fear. Yeah. A lot of fear. And could you open up to that feeling? Whatever feeling's there, wherever it seems to be, could you open up, ignore the thoughts? Because the thoughts are like a lid on the feeling. You could think about it for years and not release the feeling. So could you just ignore the thoughts and be with that feeling? Give it some time to run. Letting that feeling run. Don't have to do anything with the feeling. Don't have to change it, modify it, explain it. Could you just feel it? Maybe even welcome the fear or whatever feeling's there. Giving it a chance to release. It's trying not to feel feelings that keeps them stuck. Could you open up, allow the feeling to be felt? And the ego may not want to let this go. So could you surrender your experience of this feeling to God? Just letting the feeling be there. You don't have to surrender. You don't even have to feel it. But could you just feel it, let the feeling be there, and surrender this feeling to God? Surrender this experience to God. Would you surrender this feeling? What if it was just a feeling that was keeping things the same? When could you surrender this feeling to God? It's really never, I can't change. It's that I won't because I'm scared, and I'd rather things be the same than try something new and not know how it's going to go. So I say I want it to be different, but actually, I'm scared of what different's like. I want the familiar. Actually, I really want the same, because I'm scared of what change or different decisions or different habits or activities are going to look like. What's going to happen if I change? What's going to happen if it's different? I don't know, so I'll just stay the same. So can you notice it's okay? It's okay. Of course, the ego just wants everything to keep going the way it's been going. It does it lifetime after lifetime. So could you notice any wanting it to stay the same? Any fear of change? Fear of it being different? And could you allow the feeling behind the thoughts? You even consider making some different decisions, choosing something else. What resistance comes up? What's that feeling that comes up for you? And labeled or not, it's going to be a vibration, a sensation, something that'll seem like it's in the physical body. Could you just allow that sensation, that feeling, opening the door for it to go? And could you let it be just a feeling, just for now? Just a feeling, just letting it run, which is letting it go. Could you let it go? Because you're free to let it go or not. It's just could you? Yes, no, either answer's fine. Would you let this feeling go if you could? When could you let it go? It's a chance for now. Maybe later, maybe never. What's life going to be like if this feeling's no longer coloring everything that's happening for you? Be weird. Be weird to be free of fear. Some people get so disoriented without fear that they go back to it. You come into a state of happiness, it's like, that's weird. Hold on. Let me go back to that old pattern. So, do we really want things to be different? Have an experience of something else? And could you notice something that you've been saying you want to be different? Money, relationship, physical body, feelings. And for it to be different, it might require some different decisions, some different habits, some different patterns. Are you willing to give up the old decisions? The old patterns, the old habits, the old thoughts, the old feelings? And yes, consciously maybe, yes. But there might still be this feeling of trepidation, anxiety, worry, fear. And so could you notice any of that, whatever you feel behind even the consideration of different? And could you let that feeling run? Because the thoughts are going to take you all over the place outside of the feeling. Could you go into the feeling, ignoring the thoughts? Just letting that feeling be there. Staying with it. Feeling that feeling. Letting it be there, letting it run. And could you stay with that feeling, giving it a chance to go, giving it release? There's a limited amount of this feeling that's been coloring so much of your life. Could you just give it a chance to release? Could you release it? Would you release this feeling? When could you release? It's always just a choice. Always just a choice. There could be more of this feeling and you can just keep letting it run. Sometimes we just take it in bits and pieces, but you have the opportunity to just let this whole feeling run out. You can just keep it running. It's okay. You'll be able to continue functioning throughout the day, just letting this feeling run out, ignoring the thoughts, just letting it go, releasing it, surrendering it to God. And that's a very different choice than what you've made before. To just surrender a feeling, to release it, to let it go, to not fight it, to not think and think and think and think and think. And if there seems to be some kind of block to a change in your life, when you release this feeling, you may have the answer right there of what's going to be the thing to let this body do for that change to be apparent, to step into a new frequency, to step into a new dimension of life. on a different vibratory pattern. As you relinquish clinging on to and holding the old vibratory pattern, you experience your freedom to float to a different level of consciousness and try life on that channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Please join us for more at the link in the description, and have the best day you can.